I mean, every month it's crazy for a EuroLeague player. How does it feel for you? This is your third?
I mean fourth, but with Monaco.
Third with Monaco, okay. And you returned from China before
NBA,
that, NBA, of course. And how does it feel to have so much important, intense games in 1 month? You have just one game at home. How does it feel to be a EuroLeague player?
You know, it's challenging, but at the same time, I like it. You know, I play basketball since 7 years old, so like I said, I think Serbians and Lithuanians, we kind of understand the passion for basketball the best probably out of all the European nations. So our love is like unconditional, and you know, if you love basketball, you don't care road, something like this. You know, these things are going to the side. The most important thing is to win and win as many games as possible.
So that was Nikola Jokic said summer before this one. He said, we Serbians, we don't like basketball, we like winning. Is that the same thing in Lithuania? Because you also had a big success.
I think, yeah, when we win, of course, like I talked with a lot of, I would say, junior team coaches, and they say as soon as men's national team wins something big, medals in any competition, right away there's a bunch of kids coming up to the basketball schools, and those achievements that previous generation did really brought a lot of guys in, and a lot of players play because of those guys, what they achieved.
Okay, so I mentioned you played the NBA and Chinese League before returning to EuroLeague, but nowadays it seems that basketball players hesitate to come to EuroLeague, and for example, managers that I speak with, they say that a lot of players really don't want to come to EuroLeague because there is too much pressure, too much intensity. What would be the piece of advice from you to those guys?
Piece of advice, I would say is, especially for Americans, it comes both ways, you know. I mean, I went to NBA from the EuroLeague. Everyone treated me like I'm nothing. I came back after 10 years. Again, it took time for me to, you know, people sort of didn't see me play for 10 years, and it seemed like they forgot that I know how to play basketball. And again, you know, you need to find a way how to convince the coach that you're good in this, good in that, you know, try to make him to fit you in his role. So there's a lot of things, like this is the thing, like in EuroLeague we've seen many times. Players changing teams, and suddenly from amazing player, the player looks like he's one of the worst players in EuroLeague. And so it really, this is what I think, what is the most scariest for guys who comes to, from the States, from other places to Europe, is like, you know, again, are you gonna be in a position where you're gonna be used, where you're gonna be playing, where you're gonna be used, where you're gonna be played to your strength, or you're going to be just another guy in a rotation where you have to find your role. And this is very difficult. This is difficult work, difficult job, and overall I think for young guys it's challenging to find the role in the team, especially our team. You know, we have such a great talented team, fully talented team, and then we sign some guys, they're coming in, and you know, you have to find the role. You have to start doing small things in our team, because everyone has been, like all of us, we're together for 30 years, so we already have the core. Yeah.
Tell me, when you returned to Europe, it seemed like it looked like you never actually left. You know exactly what to do. It seemed like that for somebody neutral from outside. Well,
to be honest, I think, again, same in Serbia blood, in our blood, if we know how to play basketball, we know how to play basketball. And, you know, I grew up in European basketball, so it is natural. You know, so again, you know, China, of course, there was a huge load, a lot of games. What we play here in 10 months, they play in 7, you know, so 15, 16 games a month, like crazy schedule with the flights. It was challenging, but again, there's more individual-based skilled basketball, you know, which, you know, I can play. But then you come to Europe, you have to adjust, adapt, you know, to the, like I said before, to a coach's wishes, how coach wants to play, what kind of system he wants to run. And so these things are, I think, crucial if you wanted to, as a European. For me, it was crucial when I came to Monaco to be successful and stay in this team. You know, to adjust the vision of the coach, to adjust the vision of the whole team, and so far we're successful. So as long as we're winning, everyone's happy.
You mentioned a couple of times similar passion between Lithuanians and Serbians. So how do you like working with the coach Obradovic? Actually, is that that connection between two of you?
Yeah, I mean, he always, when we have a chat, he always mentions and he always talks the respect the Serbia has to Lithuanian basketball, and 100% it goes both ways. Like with every coach, with every individual, it took time till we figure out, how to work together. But right now, I think we have a very good relationship. I understand what he wants completely. If he needs some help with the player, conversation with the player or anything, I'm always there trying to help that. I'm trying to, if he asks, I try to give advices. So, I think we have a good relationship right now. And times he can be hard, he can be harsh, but I understand everything is for a goal.
That's Lithuania-Serbia connection.
Exactly. To be harsh. I mean, listen, time's changing, and after 10 years when I came back to EuroLeague, time's changing, believe me.
Are the coaches less harsh, or?
They're less harsh, then the players are different. The younger players, they're more, I would say, they're thinking more only about points. They're very, how to say, I would say, I think I can say soft, because some situations I'm like, looking that happens on the floor or happens between coaches and players, I'm like, listen, in my time, the oldest player would come into the locker room, smack you in the cheek, no one's gonna say a word, and you would just be sitting and being quiet, because you don't have authority to over yell the older guy or over talk the older guy, or don't listen to the coach or show your unhappiness when coach subs you. If you go to the end of the bench for yourself, that's it. You don't show those emotions. And I think
why did that happen?
Like I said, different generations. People grow up differently. Time's changing, technology's changing people, a lot of things changing people. And if I would say also right now, Lithuania has problems with bringing more and more people, interesting young players to play basketball. To go to the basketball. Because when I was Kalnietis used to run to the practice, because he thought it's he already mentioned a couple of interviews. He thought for him it was fun to run to a practice. But the situation was completely different. He couldn't afford to drive. And right now guys getting driven by private drivers and this and that. It's just babying. It's babying. With all the respect, we have to adjust too. Older players, you have to adjust. You have to find a way how to communicate with the younger generation. But definitely, the way I grew up and the way the guys right now are coming up, the young guys, it's completely different.
Okay, so one more question. Since you're playing in a squad, so talented individuals, especially at the perimeter, now with Kemba Walker coming to the team, wow. And you and Dante Hall are only two real centers.
Yeah.
How do you find your way in that situation, and do you like playing in that kind of team where, let's say, perimeter players are the key players?
This is what Coach Sasha said from the beginning. Since he came to the team, he's like, listen, I'm trying to use all of you to your strength, but my philosophy is the leading guy is gonna be the smaller guys. So we trust them, and when the things don't go for them, then he looks different options. But I think every team has their own philosophy, and you have to find the way. I wouldn't say Kemba is only isolation player. We practice. I know a lot of guys can make things happen for the others too, and we do. Once we start doing that more and more, we play almost unbeatable basketball, because one-on-one, if you can stop the guy and you make extra pass, people shooting with a huge talent, wide open shots. I mean, that's why we were very dangerous last year. I think that's why we're same dangerous this year.